Biafra, superstars, media.
He was kidnapped from Kenya. It is technically called extraordinary rendition.
My people, listen now. People are still begging these guys. They are still begging the zoo to release Nnamdi Kanu. It seems like the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu don't understand what's happening. They are still begging that zoo government. They don't know we are at war. We are at war. The Fulani cabal, to them, Nnamdi Kanu is a treasury. They will not release him. Don't assume that Tinubu has the power to release Nnamdi Kanu. They will not release him. So let's hear this man, then I'll probably give him some senses for them to understand. This video was posted by Aloy, Ejimakor. So let's hear the video, then I'll give them some senses. Because they are wasting their time. I swear to God and man, the Fulani cabal, they will not release Nnamdi Kanu. Let's listen. Take it back. Listen.
It was not arrest. He was kidnapped from Kenya. It is technically called extraordinary rendition. Even though Nigeria and the Kenyan government has a bilateral extradition treaty, but the Nigerian government did not explore that option. Instead, he was arrested. He was bundled from Kenya.
But the government can say that there was nothing they did in Kenya that the government of Kenya was not aware of, or the Kenyan government was not aware of.
That is immaterial. Whether the government of Kenya is aware of it or not makes little or no difference.
But does that not mean consent? Does that not mean the agreement continues to play out?
Look at the thinking, the brain of the media, the Zoom media. A journalist is saying the government of Kenya probably gave a consent. Where was the process? There should be an extradition procedure. Where was it? Was Nnamdi Kanu taken to the court of Kenya? You see, this media people, the way they reason, it is very, very sad. But let's continue. Just listen to the way they reason. When it comes to the Biafran man, see the way the Zoom media, they reason. Listen. Take it back.
That the government of Kenya was not aware of, or the Kenyan government was not aware of.
That is immaterial. Whether the government of Kenya is aware of it or not makes little or no difference.
But does that not mean consent? Does that not mean the agreement continues to play out?
There is no evidence whatsoever that he was extradited. That is the point I'm making. It was an illegal arrest.
They know about it, but they pretend. They act like they don't know what is going on. They pretend like they don't know what is going on. But slowly now, the chicken is coming home to roost. They think it's okay when is the Biafran break the rules. It's all right. Just, you pretend. But their champion, a guy we respect so much, they refer to me. He's not crying. He's trying to get bail. But look at what he's going through. When the Biafrans have left that zoo, this is a taste of how things will look like. I thank God to say, technically, we have not left them. It's just for us to get all the support, recognition from all the different countries. Then perhaps by then, the music will change. But those assuming that Nigeria is fair, and somehow this media keep on supporting evil. Nigerian media keep on supporting evil. Let's continue.
And the trial, given that his arrest was illegal, you cannot expect anything good or positive to come out of his trial, because you cannot build something on nothing. Ex nihilo nihil fit. It's as simple as that. So the starting point for me should be to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from further incarceration. The Nigerian judiciary has also declared it as such. So what is it difficult for the Nigerian government to obey a simple court directive?
They will not obey any court directive, my brother. That's where I would like to come in. Because if you assume that somehow, some way, that there is rule of law in Nigeria, then you are making a big mistake. Even in your election, they tell you, go to court. And when you go to court, the judges, they've been bought over. That's how they roll it in that zoo. There is nothing like rule of law. Rule of law means a place where the law of the land rules. In Nigeria, rule of law is alien. It is foreign to the people. It is foreign to the government. It is foreign to the politicians. Even those in judiciary, it is alien to them. They don't care. They don't give a damn about it. So you're assuming that the Fulani Cabal will allow a judge to release Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, I will bust your bubble because you guys are pretending or you are scared to call a spade a spade. I want you to know that coming this Christmas, some of you are putting your hope that Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu for Christmas. Mark my words, they will not release Nnamdi Kanu this Christmas. It's a truth you guys are feared to, are scared to look at. Sometimes you must learn to smell the coffee. Do not be a wishful thinker. Do not be a wishful thinker. Nigerian government, Fulani Cabal, Britain don't care about Nnamdi Kanu. A British citizen that used a British passport to go on holiday in Kenya. He went to holiday in Kenya using a British passport and he was kidnapped. He was kidnapped from Kenya by a Nigerian government, a third world country. An underdeveloping country kidnapped the citizen of a developed country. And Britain has refused to speak on it. That tells you that they have colluded with the Nigerian government. So stop wasting your time and assume that they'll release him. Follow who no road. What we are doing is the right thing. Follow the Biafra government. Follow Simon Ekpa. What we are doing is the right thing. The only way Nnamdi Kanu will regain his freedom is through a prisoner exchange. That's the only way. If you assume that you will beg or be nice to Tinubu government, you blackmail Simon Ekpa, then somehow Tinubu government will now release Nnamdi Kanu, you are wasting your time. That one is far foul. Because they know say deep inside, they know that Nnamdi Kanu is the one that blessed Simon Ekpa. They know Simon Ekpa is doing the job of Nnamdi Kanu. He's the disciple of Nnamdi Kanu. And if Kanu was free, he'll be doing exactly what Simon Ekpa is doing now. So don't deceive yourself. The Fulani Cabal, they will not release him. They are evil. They know deep inside. They know that Nnamdi Kanu cannot be released. So this begging and going to court, you are just wasting your time in Nigerian court. But to fulfill all righteousness, we've allowed you guys to go into there and do your thing. But this Christmas, so Nnamdi Kanu will still remain in the DSS dungeon. The only way we can release him is what we are doing. Make una follow who no road. Those he kept, the so-called DOS, IPOB Nigeria Limited, they are now politicians. They are now rolling with the politicians. They now love the army of Nigeria. Follow who no road. Follow who no road. You guys should stop deceiving yourself. It is 3 years and counting now. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in June 2021. We are now in December 2024. 3 years and 6 months. 3 bloody years and 6 months. A man who was kidnapped. Britain is showing nonchalant attitude and I don't care attitude. That a citizen of Britain, a black British that left Britain with a God, God have mercy. Hey, God have this world is so cruel, my God. Let's continue. Hey, God have mercy.
Nnamdi Kanu should be released without further delay. That is one of the key pathways to building peace in the southeast. Then if this is achieved, the next thing that we should look into is to go back to 1970. After the end of the Civil War in 1970, we had what the then government of Yakubu Gowon called the 3R: reconciliation, rehabilitation, reconstruction, and what have you. Okay? Now, what we are witnessing today is a reflection of the failure of the 3R policy in 1970s.
Wasting your time. If you assume that this guy somehow they will now come and say, okay, release Nnamdi Kanu and let's go back to 1970. You think we the Biafrans want to remain in that shithole? My brother, we don't already leave. Stop deceiving yourself. We have already left Nigeria. Stop deceiving yourself. We don't have time for a regional government. We don't have time for their 3 R's. We don't have time for their no victor, no vanquish. We have already passed that stage. We have crossed the Rubicon. We don't leave Nigeria. So they are only holding Nnamdi Kanu with hopes that somehow some of the gullible ones, people like you out there, you still love, you're still hoping. They are making you to be emotional about it. Things don't work that way, with all due respect. The zoo, they were not stupid. After 1970, when they promised you the 3 R's, they said no victim, no bank, they knew what they were doing. At the end, that same government gave you 20 pounds. My father had hundreds of thousands in his accounts. They gave him 20 pounds. All the houses he had, he lost all the houses. They said they were abandoned properties. Don't forget these things. Don't assume that the guys you are dealing with, they are somehow, they make a mistake or they don't know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. You must know this, that they know what they are doing. Eh? Oh, God have mercy. You guys make me sick sometimes. You guys make me sick. The way you reason, you make me sick. You keep on giving these guys the benefit of doubt. Since 1967 till 70, are you thinking that these guys don't know what they're doing to you? Till this day, when it comes to business, the Biafrans, we are the king. We are the champions of business. Yet there is no seaport in Biafra land. Eh? Do you think that they're stupid? They know what they are doing. Tribalism has eaten deep in that shithole called Nigeria. Things cannot work in Nigeria. Nigeria is a failed state. That shithole is a failed state. It is high time you guys call a spade a spade. Smell the coffee and call a spade a spade. This is beg. I'm tired of you guys begging. They will not release Nnamdi Kanu. I know the cabal very well. We, the Biafrans, we know the cabal very, very well. Simon Ekpa knows the cabal very, very well. Which is why he said the only way to release Nnamdi Kanu is through a prisoner exchange. We are getting to that stage. All you will say is they dare not hurt him there. They know they cannot hurt him. So when the time comes, we'll do a prisoner exchange. That time they come now. Very, very soon. Very, very soon. We'll have to discuss prisoner exchange. It's coming. This begging, it disgusts me, man. I feel so mad when I see you guys acting like babies. Eh? You think they are stupid or they don't know what they're doing? Eh? Why do you reason, you reason like these guys don't know what they are doing? They know what they are doing. They ain't stupid. They follow the cabal. They ain't stupid. Yes, they don't go to school, whatever, but they are not stupid. Because they have a blueprint they are using. When it comes to your politics, you have to go to the north to go and bow down. To become the president, you must go to the north and align yourself with the north. You guys make me sick. You guys make me sick. Play, I beg.
If those issues are critically addressed, thankfully, Moba has noted very important points that borders on marginalization and exclusion. And this marginalization is not just about appointment of political elites within the region, but it also borders on the political economy of the region.
All right, thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor. That's the most we can take.
There is no federal presence whatsoever.
All right, thank you, Dr. Wangu, for coming on this program today. That's the most we can take.
That's what they do. They cut you off. You're just talking. You're playing to the gallery. You're talking the good talk. They cut you off. You think these guys don't know what they are doing? Eh? You guys, sometimes you just make me sick. You just make me sick. Eh? This attitude, I've never seen it. I've never seen a true Biafra people acting this way. Acting so callous, so, What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Call a spade a spade. Say things the way things are. Eh? A president called you a dot in a circle. A president that should so-called, preside right around the whole country. He said, those who only gave me 5%. As a president, when I do things, I will give them 5%. Those who are trying to fight with me, they are dots in a circle. We can erase a dot from the textbook. They called you a dot in a circle. That came from a president. So you guys that are behaving this way, make una understand, say, we now have a government. The Biafra now has a government. Biafra has been redeclared. Change your talking points. Stop talking like beggars. These guys are wondering, how come these people are begging this way? What's going on? How come they are begging this way? What's going on here? They have declared a nation in Finland. We are working towards it. And these guys are here, they are begging, talking about, let's go back to 1970 and discuss. Let's try and see how we can work things out. Let's go back to the 3 R's, reconstruction, rehabilitation. And can you imagine the kind of talk? Very dirty talk. You are speaking from a position of weakness. Why? I don't know. But most of you here want to send your children to America. When it came to the US, they said, give me liberty or give me death. Give me freedom or give me death. That is the language of a mature people. A people that they are human beings. They know their onion. They know who they are. Not cowards. So you have been begging. Since 1967, you've been begging. Trying to make peace. You are the one going around the whole of that zoo country, building businesses, buying houses, buying lands. They still hate you. When it comes to your business, taxation, you are the one doing everything. They still hate you with a passion. And you are here still begging. When will you learn? When will you call a spade? When will you man up? When will you man up? I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear.
Superstars Media. Freedom's gonna come. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. I'm fighting for Biafra, fighting for Oduduwa. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. Yeah. We fight for liberation of the people, of the nation. Yeah. Freedom's gonna come. Salty dog.
Superstar, what the fuck have you created?